Hey guys, this is Steve with Stuff Steve Likes. Thanks for coming back to the channel. I know it's been a little while since I've posted anything, but it's just been a crazy year with work and kids and everything else going on, so thank you very much for coming back and checking out this review. This is just a little review I'm doing on a new watch that I picked up. This is the Orient Sea King, and I don't know a lot about this watch other than that they were released between the 1970s and 80s, and I think maybe on into the early 90s. But this is a model that was really successful over in a lot of the Asian countries, including countries like Vietnam and Thailand and so forth. So I don't think there were a lot of these that made it over to the US, but they are starting to filter in. I did pick this up on eBay. It was actually a US seller that I got this from. I paid a little over $100 for it. I know that some people say they've gotten them for less, but those were coming from, I believe, Thailand is where those were coming from. And honestly, for the extra little bit of money, I did feel safer buying from a US seller, just for the simple fact, not anything about I think somebody's going to rob me or anything like that, but just for the simple fact that if there was an issue, it's much easier to send back a piece just using UPS or something like that, rather than having to do international shipping or anything like that. So I paid a little bit extra money for the comfort of ease of returning it or something like that if something went wrong. But I got it in. It was as described, super clean, keeps great time. And I just love the aesthetic of this watch. It is so unique. I've not seen anything else like it. It has a really nice kind of a sky blue sunburst dial on it. So you can see that sunburst dial. It has these little kind of gold pips here. It has a day and a date. And this is just a coin edge here. This doesn't turn. The bezel actually turns internally with this little crown here. So that's really cool. And this is obviously how you set the time. And then this piece here, this little pusher, is for the day of the week. So you set your time and your date here, and then the day of the week is this little pusher here. But it's a 44 millimeter case. And I'm not sure what lug to lug is, but it wears pretty well, and you can see that it kind of curves, so it hugs the wrist pretty well when you put it on. And I think it's about 14 or 15 millimeters thick, so not super thin, but not over the top thick either. I'm going to take this NATO strap off here, and this isn't the original strap. I'll show you the original one here in a minute, but yeah, on the back it says Orient, and then that says KV 469617-7E PT. Okay, I did remove this when I got it in. In fact, immediately when I got it in, I got my little watch tool out and made sure that it was an original Orient movement, and for sure it is. And man, it keeps great time. You know, I rarely have to reset it. It is not a hand winding or hacking movement. It's just an old school automatic movement, but man, it keeps amazing time, just like my other two Orient watches. And I just love it. It's a conversation piece. I've had so many people say, wow, I've never seen anything like that. That's so unique. And these are guys wearing Rolex Submariners and, you know, all these really nice watches. They just really think it's something different that you don't see every day. And I agree. I think it's a completely unique piece. It comes in multiple colors. I think it's like 15 to 20 colors, if I'm not mistaken. They have, you know, this is the light blue. They have a dark blue. They have a couple greens. They have orange, pink, purple. They have all sorts of different sunburst dials available. And I've seen these from a couple different eras, and the faces do change a little bit. Some of them have they look a little bit more like you know, like a standard dive watch. This one actually looks almost like a dress watch with the bezel inside here. Some of them have different, you know, slightly different loom on them. This just has the little pips here on the hours, and then of course the hands are loomed. The loom is really nice on this one. If I charge the hands, they will last all night. Those little tiny pips, they last for a couple hours, but they do fade pretty quickly. That's kind of my only complaint on it, is those hour pips don't keep Loom extremely well, or don't retain the light really well, but the hands are great. And even the second hand is kind of cool. It's got the little red red tip on the second hand there. You can see that guy just chugging away. And pretty nice finishing on this. I mean, it's nothing fancy, but you know, no complaints. I mean, for around $100, you can't go wrong. And you have a conversation piece. You have something that nobody else has, probably, that you'll run into. And I just think it's super unique and kind of a fun little watch. This is the original band that it came with here. And I was sure that it was going to be folded links, but it's not. It's actually solid links. The end links are not solid, unfortunately, but the bracelet itself is not bad. So it's got the Orient logo stamped in there, and then of course just your stamped clasp. But you know, moderately impressed with that. And then it's got the little screws here to take out the links, but it's very comfortable. It doesn't pull out any hairs or anything. I just really like this NATO strap on it. I think it really sets it off. And I've got a couple other NATOs that I've been wearing with it too, just to change it up. But yeah, not much else to say. Just a fun little watch, and I think that for the money, if you can pick one of these up, if you can get one of these for, you know, I would say anywhere from $75 to $125, you're doing really well. You're getting a super unique watch that is going to keep great time. And if any of you guys know anything about Orient, they're bulletproof. You can drop them. You can, I mean, I've hammered on mine. I mean, don't take it easy on my watches. I'm in retail and always hitting them on things, and they just keep ticking. So I think this would be a great buy for you. And again, you're going to have to go to eBay or, you know, some sort of auction site to pick them up, because they're obviously not in production anymore. But I think for the money, you can't beat it. And it's just something unique, and will be a nice conversation starter out there in the business world and among other watch enthusiasts. So again, this is the Orient Sea King, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.